Usually regarded as America's game, this showdown hits a different chord each year when it comes around. Filled with tradition and pageantry, it's a game unlike any other, and one in which the nation's fight. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. From inside the 10, here he comes. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Army's offense will get the first swing of the game. Army ran all over Navy in the last meeting. The Cadets winning in a blowout.
Army really handled everything so great. All this that goes into this game, their stage, all the pageantry before, they handled it very businesslike, and they took care of Navy, and Navy has heard about it for 364 days.
Well, obviously Navy then, David, they have to come out and they've got to be able to handle their emotions. You know, both academies, they circle this date every single year. This is the biggest game on the calendar, and they've got to do a better job from the very opening whistle all the way through until there's zeros on the clock of staying in control of their emotions to get there.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. The Black Knights moving quickly to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
He'll keep it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Black Knights trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this.
There he goes. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. The Sweet Feet buy a little time. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He'll ride his man on the option. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Black Knights have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
And playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now on the option. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Army!
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The midshipman offense makes its way onto the field for their first possession of the game. They're going to have to contend with a group of linebackers, Jesse, who wreak havoc all over the field.
They say speed kills in college football, and I think that's what makes this position group so special. It's really hard to get the ball to the perimeter because of these linebackers and your sideline-to-sideline speed. But, David, in passing situations, they can also blitz and get after your quarterback. What's this offense going to do?
Well, remember in our day, man, like...
And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. Bounced right back to them. Navy needs to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. They'll leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Give to the fullback.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on fourth down. Navy will have to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. Army has it back and the offense ready to go. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll send the back in motion. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. And the Black Knights headed quickly to the line. Guys, they call this America's game because no matter who you root for, you're captivated by this.
Well, and this is just one of those games I think always just stands out just because of the way it looks, right? It's all the uniforms in the stands. It's the pageantry. It's the history of this game. It's the style of football these two teams play as well. It just means so much to these players.
It's so cool, and it's saved for after the Heisman Trophy, after the championship games, when they get the spotlight on them, a well-deserved spotlight for what they do for everyone out there across this country.
The Black Knights will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on 2nd down. The play action fake. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
But when it's a play action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And this defense is bringing the heat, another sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Navy will have to punt it away. Here's the return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. This rivalry started in 1890 when Dennis Mikey, for whom the stadium at West Point is named, talked Navy into playing a game and the Mids blew them out.
And since that first blowout, obviously this has been an unbelievable rivalry. So many things about it, honoring the fallen, the march on, the battle of the bands. So many of these things have gone back and forth.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
And Navy will go back on the attack. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Clayton. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down. You want your defenders to be physical in pass coverage, but they can't be overly aggressive. They can't grab and hold. That's an obvious PI call. They'll go to the counter play. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. We've reached the break, and Army has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. He breaks a tackle. Good pickup there. He gets it out for the first down. The midshipmen move the sticks with that powerful running game. They'll give it to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Quarterback on the keeper. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. On the option. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Here comes the field goal unit, and he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. Right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. You must have discipline to excel at West Point, and that is exactly what they're getting from this Black Knight quarterback.
It's a disciplined system. It's a disciplined way of life. That's why they chose to sign up for the Army, and you can tell this quarterback, he is their leader. He shows the discipline, and he shows the toughness.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Tight end now in motion. Off play action. Looking for an open area to his left. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there through the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
And the Black Knights in the hurry-up. The option look. He'll pull it on the read. Quick toss. He's dragged down to the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Second down, he'll throw it. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Oh, man, did he turn that one loose and fired it into the teeth of the zone.
And you know as a quarterback, Reese, when you're throwing it to the perimeter of the field on these curl routes, you've got to have some heat. You've got to have arm talent to get that ball out quickly into the hands of your receiver before all those defenders can get to it. Man, this QB's got game.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Using his feet. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They've moved it right to the edge, and they need one more. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Black Knights!
Yeah, and you failed on first and second, but on third down, you give it to the big fullback, and he does the rest. Lower the shoulder, lower the pads, run physical, and get in that end zone.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The give out of the gun. He's out past the 35. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Navy, after that huge run, might just try to run it right at him again. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Here comes the option. They'll go to the ground. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2. So the offense will go for it around midfield. They'll run the option. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. The Black Knights want to pick up the tempo.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
On the option. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You can skin the cat a lot of different ways. You're just trying to get enough yards to pick up that first down. It's not the dive man. It's not the quarterback. He makes the right read, pitches it out, and he's just able to get enough.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown, Army! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a pass yards out. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Navy offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the... Oh, he's got some space. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Gets the back moving. Goes to the option. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Back to pass on 2nd down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Got his man downfield. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. On the move at the 30. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. The give to the big fullback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. He'll ride his man on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The midshipman looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. A strike downfield. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He wants to throw it. Rush is on him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Trying to set up the screen. Looking for the end zone. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. That'll trim the deficit to 15.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. It's complete on the right side. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
To the air on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Algier. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can stop the clock. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Algier. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Under fire. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, we're 2 quarters from finding out who's going to sing second, and already Army and Navy have hit some high notes. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Army and Navy plays out.
And the Black Knights will boot it away to start the second half. The returner will field it and bring it back. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on third down.
Navy will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Sends it back in motion. Toss to the outside. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Big fullback's got it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Black Knights want to crank the tempo. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Wide open downfield. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And he is showing it all and finding ways to pick up yards. He's down to the 28. They'll run the option. He'll keep it himself.
Really good job by this defense, man. 4th down and short. Great job playing the quarterback first. That's the most important part of the option. Don't let him get downhill. Now it gets to the pitchman. It gets a little bit outside. They run to the football and get the big stop on 4th down.
lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Navy will go back on the attack. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the fullback. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Guys, this offense is already reeling down. Multiple possessions, really need to cash in on this drive. Throws to the wideout. Connection to the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The give to the back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The midshipman could get really aggressive here on 2nd and short. Now on the option. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. On the option. Breaks into the open. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Motion from the back. Trying to get the corner. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on 2nd down. Give to the fullback. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Navy needs to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. Fullback's got it. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Got it in the middle, it's Watkins. He makes the catch. He's knocked down immediately, but they'll have a goal-to-goal situation from the 8. On the option. Made a defender miss. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. They've had to settle for a couple of field goals on 3 previous red zone trips. They'd love to get it in on 2nd and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Navy!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
He'll try to tack on one more. And after making the extra point, they're down 24-13. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Trying play action. Lets it fly. Complete to the left. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And the Black Knights now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll send the back in motion. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The Black Knights want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Complete to the right. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th. Turning it on. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Black Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And that's just how they drew it up. Nice job by the QB. Listen, 4th and short, this is a tough situation. You want to keep it as a quarterback. He makes the right read. They stick their foot in the ground, and they get the first down. Not by much, but they get a new set of downs.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. They'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Guys, it is Army who carries the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. That is no good. After the miss, still an 11-point game, guys. And here comes the Navy offense. Leaves it with the running back. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
This defense has taken the game over. They're winning the game in large part because of how dominant they've been up front and how good their pass rush has been.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Black Knights racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Great job staying home by the defense there. Offense trying to go option. The QB keeps it, but you see the great assignment football. Everybody's staying where they're supposed to be, and they're able to rally to the quarterback and tackle him for a loss.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. It's caught, and wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. On 1st down, read option to the right. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on 2nd down. They'll go to the fullback. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Black Knights really need to keep this drive alive on third down. The option look. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And here comes the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Special teams coming through as they pin them back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. He'll pull it down and run. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. To the air on first down. Here's a heat. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. They'll line up for a second down play. Gets the back moving. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Here they come, trying to convert a third and short from the 28. Off the play fake. Under fire. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. And because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving the stadium with a nil.
Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Handoff to the fullback. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The Black Knights are in the hurry-up. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Bettis. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Pocket breaking down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Navy will go back on the attack. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
The midshipman looking for a chunk play on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, midshipman! And the comeback is on.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You get me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
And the Black Knights will hustle to the line. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the right. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. Off the play fake on 1st down. He's going to let it go. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. And here comes the Navy offense. The give to the tailback. There he goes. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground. He's got it again. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Navy comes to the line facing 2nd and short. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. Sends it back in motion. Here comes the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Navy will have to punt it away. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Army has it back in the offense ready to go. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the 1st down. The defense calls a timeout, trying to get itself organized. The give to the fullback. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On 1st down, here comes this offense. He's looking to pass. It's on target and complete. And he used that patented spin move to pick up a few extra yards. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. The give as they work on that clock. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. Perhaps you're not aware the Army actually has more votes than the Navy, and today they also had more points. And as a result, they will celebrate a win in this rivalry game with the traditional sing second. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.